man, just realized my mic was off mute and I was crunching away on a bagel this morning. Brilliant. Nice work, Kyle. I guess that's what I get for not working through my checklist before I start to make sure everything's ready. All right. Well, how's everybody doing this morning? Doing all right? I hope so. It's been a fast week. Like, I'm genuinely surprised on how fast this week has gone by. Like, it feels like just yesterday it was the weekend, and now it's already almost the weekend again. Holy cow. Oh man. Oh well. That's the way it is. That's the way summertime is, I think. It's just so many activities going on. It's hard to stay on top of for me it's hard to stay on top of what day it is, I guess. So I guess it is what it is. Yeah, I was just eating a bagel. Now I got bits of it still in my mouth. I toasted it, but I don't like toasting my bagel all the way, and so it was a little soft in spots, and it was sticking to my teeth. So I got bagel bits in my mouth. All right. Anyway, so what are we working on today? I think we're about ready to start tackling deploying this application, the automation application, the web app, to my server. I think I'm almost to that point. So my goal for today, I need to spend a little bit of time with the authentication. I have been waffling back and forth on whether to use like an OAuth provider like Auth0 or something, or just use the built-in ASP.NET identity. I'm gonna start with the ASP.NET identity because I want to understand it more, because I might want to use it someplace else. So I think that's where we'll start. Since this app is really right now limited to just me, I want to be able to control it a little bit better. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I might just, I don't know, deny logins or not allow them to be activated or something. I don't know how I'm going to solve that problem, but I'd like to set it up so that it works like it's supposed to, I guess, for me. So hang on, I need to blow my nose for a minute. Just give me a moment. There, that feels better. A little bit. I mean, I still don't think I'm 100% cleared up, but... Alright, so let's switch to my desktop, and... let's see, I've got a bunch of stuff open still because I haven't done anything on my computer for the last few days, so we're just gonna... Alright, I'll leave that one there because that's part of the app. And then I've got... yeah, there's the auto. So here's all the stuff. Alright. So now, authentication. So I've got areas, identity, pages, and these are all, that's all the... Oh, okay, I see. I don't see... Yeah. My nose. This is killing me. Hopefully that's better. Okay. Let's see, interface pages. That's my actions. That's parameters. Those are my pages. So I have an application user that inherits the identity user. So this is where I can create a custom Profile data stuff. Okay. Let's see. SQL Server. I still have it up, don't I? Yeah. So let's go ASP.NET user. I'm not doing anything with the message history. I need to do that too. All right, we need to turn on my to-do list. Where's my to-do list? I don't even know if it still runs. Let's see. I gotta find my chat bot too. Chat. That's actually for my other app that I wanted to get back to someday, so we'll say. I don't remember how to do this. Let's see. I can task add. Set up message history and task add. Oops, add. Authentication. There we go. That'll be good enough to start with. Let's see. I don't have any rules. All right. Let's go ASP.NET Core Identity. Let's go look up some docs. Introducing Core Identity. Oh, crap. Ah, bugger. Okay, there we go. Okay. To include all these, okay, for information on how to globally require all users to be authenticated. Okay, so it adds UI login functionality to ASP4 web apps to secure the web APIs, and SPAs. Use one of the following. Interactive Directory. Oh no, to secure web APIs and SPAs. The Wenda Identity Server is an OpenID content from there. Okay. Okay, so the generated project provides ASP.core Identity as a Razor class library. The Identity Razor class library exposes endpoints with the identity area, for example. Identity, okay. So I can view the data. I can configure the identity services. Okay. Okay, so I can put the password settings that goes in code. Lockout settings. User settings. Okay, so the preceding code configures identity. Yep. Okay, so when a user clicks the register button on the register page, the register models async action all to secure async to user. Okay, user input password. Okay, so when a user clicks register, the user is created by creating user object. Okay. Create full identity source. UI source. I see. I can override the files. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. For guidance in this package and apps. Okay. From the Solution Explorer, right click add new scaffolded item. In the add identity. So add new scaffold item from the dialog. Select identity. Select identity in the center pane. Select the add button in the add identity. Okay, so hang on. What was that again? So it just says do it from the right. Whoops. Right click add. On the pane add new scaffolded item. And then identity. Adds code required for using ASP.NET Core. I already have this though. So I don't need to do that, I don't think. Okay, to maintain full control of it. All right. Oh, this is where it linked me to, isn't it? Yeah. For data contacts, you have to create a data context. I already have it. To maintain control of the identity UI, run the identity scaffolder and select all file. Override all files. Okay, so I still do this. So it's add scaffolded item and its identity, right? Because it's not any of this stuff. It's identity. Hopefully this doesn't break anything, because I don't think I committed my code before I started this morning. Aha! I can override any specific ones that I want. That's cool. Alright, do I just override them all? I think I do. Okay, let's keep going down this path. Migrate identity core, setting password strength. I need to do that. Add default identity. How to work with roles. That'll probably be the next thing I need to do, right? Two-factor authentication with SMS. Account confirmation, migrate authentication. And configure identity. Do. Okay, so that's yep, the password requirements. Okay, I'm gonna override them all. We're gonna say override all files. DB context is there. Shared layout and why can't I pick a user class? Alright, well I don't really need it necessarily right now anyway. Just gonna scaffold all that. Generating the code. Okay, so now it's all here. All right, they're all here now. Pages, account, manage. Let's see. I don't know what this is doing. Oh, it's just doing some navigation. Okay. It's just like a switch page essentially. So like register. On get, on post. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So now how do I manage roles? I want to look at that real quick. If we ain't got no roles, and we can't make no tolls, and we can't eat no rolls. I can't even say the line right. Screwed it up. Okay. The identity role manager class has some important functions, creates a role. Okay. That's creating a page to do it. I may have to do that. To start with, I won't, but I was thinking that if somebody else wanted to use it, I would use roles to differentiate which automations they could see. And I think I'd have to do that myself because I don't have anything here about roles. Does not currently have a real email server registered. see for how normally this would be emailed. Okay, so let's look at register. Okay, so on post. So I get that there for if it's model, then I create the user. And then I wait user store, set username. Excuse me. Create async. If it's successful, then I say callback is confirm email, page handler, identity. Oh, so I have to set up email sender, which is up here probably. An email sender. Okay. So I need to implement the email sender, or I don't. Honestly, to prevent unauthorized registrations, I might just not do it, at least for now. And instead of doing that, instead of sending it async, let's is input email input. Oh, that's the email address. Okay, I'm like, what is this? Like, it's just a field. Okay. I might actually just implement my own email sender that just writes to the database for now. Let me think about that. Because if I do that, then I can go in and activate someone's account. Yeah, seems legit. Okay. All right, let's run it. I just want to see it. I don't know if it actually put any of that on the layout page. It probably didn't. Oh no, there's register. So it is here. Okay. There are no external services. And then log in. I don't have... I'm sorry, I don't have that set up LastPass anymore. Localhost. I mean, it's got a crap password, so I might as well just use it. I mean, it's not a crap password, it's an auto-generated password. Then I go back home. Okay, yeah, let's do the email. Let's do the email class. That's our interface. I want to email sender. This is Microsoft Core Identity UI Services email sender. So I will put my own class here. So I'm going to call it automation email. Sender. I can't type. I can't. That's all there is to it. Just can't do it. And then email sender. All right. So we'll start by saying public automation email sender. What's my data context? like to be explicit with my this thing. My brain stopped working. I don't know what it's called. What is that called? I want to say descriptor, and that's not right. Okay, so I'll have a new class that's going to be an email. Class, we'll call it automation email. Alright, we will say public int ID getting set, public string email, public string message body, public string message subject. I don't know if I need all that or not. So I've got subject, message, and email. Yeah, that's right. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There it is. Email. String that empty. String that empty. There we go. Do some cleanup. Alright, now I need to add that to the DB context. Automation email. Registration emails. Here we go. And I'm going to say automation email. Is equal to new automation email. Message subject is equal to subject. Message body is equal to HTML message. And go like that. And then I will say await context dot. Oh, actually, hang on. It's gotta be context dot automation actions. What? That's registration email. Add mail and context dot save changes async, and then we'll say await. And I don't have to do anything else here, do I? Because I create the context there. But all the dependency injection should just work from there. Okay. Alright, let's add a migration. Okay, so let's say .NET, .NET, EF migrations, add new email tables. Should have probably checked if it would build to begin with. Okay, so that's all done. Let's go back here to what was I wanted to look at something else before I before I made all my database changes, and I just did that. I should have waited. Oh, you can actually disable a page. Oh. Identity D-DC? Huh, whatever that means. Whatever that stands for. Oh, that's data context. Oh, no, okay, that's scaffolding them, and then this disables them. Okay, yeah. There we go. Oh, this was just the authorized stuff, I think. Yeah, I don't need to do anything with the code for that. Or not the code, but the database. This is by default the architecture.net binary is represented by the architecture. Okay, no, that's never mind. Okay, well, we'll just update it. Well, hang on. No. Yeah, whatever. We'll just, I guess I've already made the scaffold, so, or the thing, so. My music, did my music stop? Oh no, it didn't. It's I'm gonna have to go take a bio break because I'm having my coffee run this morning. Okay. Can refresh that and I'll see my new authentication or message it. Not message history, automation, registration emails. I cannot remember what I named these things, and I just did it. All right, let's run it, and then I'll go to the bathroom. Go make my potty break. All right, register. Yep. Oh no, I want to actually use the one that I already have. Copy password. Yeah, it currently doesn't have it, but it might have put it in here. It didn't. Poop. My watch is going ballistic. Okay, that is a troubleshooting thing for when I get back from the restroom. I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. All right, that pleasantness is done. That was what I call my confirmation of my upset stomach that I had yesterday. Where's my mouse went away? Where'd it go? Seriously, where are you? There you are. Okay, so I can click here to confirm. And now I can log in with that account. And I have my profile. I can delete my personal data. Okay, well, let's go back and look at this. I'm sure it's because I didn't configure the service. I thought it was just going to work, but it doesn't because I have to do this. So yeah, I have to do this. And I can probably do it right here. Builder.services.add scoped. Email sender. Let's think about this. Automation. Emails. It's automation email sender though, right? Yeah. How do I pass in that? I've struggled with this before, like to know how to do it properly. Get. Because if it's an interface, I can just define the interface and figure it out, but I don't have an interface for my database context. All right, let's just Google it. I'm still really new at all this stuff, so I suck at it. ASP.NET Core. Interface with data context. With DB context. This might be the one I want. Oh, there we go. It's get service. Okay, maybe that's what I need to do. So it's going to be now builder get dot services dot get. When was this created? When was this one responded to? That was in 2017. That's an old one. Oh, thank you for the follow. That was 12 minutes ago. I was gone when that happened. I apologize. Linaya. I like it. Appreciate that. I really do. Well, I was gone. I don't think my alerts are working anymore. I'm gonna have to put that on my to-do list too. I plan on doing more streaming next week because it's a holiday week, so I have shorter days and I'm taking a couple days vacation. And I'm not gonna be able to stream all weekend because I will actually be camping. So maybe I'll tackle that in one of my streams, get my alerts working. Man, I think with that, that's getting us up to the follower goal pretty close, isn't it? What are we, 1 or 2 away now? That's awesome. I love it. Oh, okay. Back on target. Oh, come on, this is all just about. Yeah, that's not what I want. Oh, I clicked out. I'm like, where did it go? How to use dependency injection. Don't really want basics for beginners. I need more of a. I need to inject it into my own class. I also really don't like this green. This is. Okay, so that's the configuration. NDB contacts. All this is like, oh, that was so hard on my eyes. Wow. Okay, again, this is all just simplistic stuff. Okay, let's look at. So it just says pass in the context here. So how do those know? Yeah, my eyes are still messed up from that green page. Add DB context, default identity, x dot get. Oh, here we go. Maybe how I was doing it before. Maybe that was the right way. Here we go. Let's go back here. I don't want to do that yet. In general, you don't have to register DB context factory. Oh, can I make it an IDB context? Is that a thing? Doesn't look like it. Okay. I've done this one before. This is the part that's frustrating. SP.NET dependency injection DB context into interface. Okay, so I say add scoped deep application DB context. I say provider.get service application DB context. Maybe I don't need to do that now. Oh, this is the kind of stuff my brain just like shuts down on, and I don't. ASP.NET Core. Interface with interface with DB context parameter. Yes, you can create interfaces or modify the application context to enter with the interface. So iAccount class. Okay, so there's that. There's the service. Ow. All right, what am I doing? I'm doing something stupid here. I don't remember, and I don't know what. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the same thing I'm doing here since it's new. No, it's automation. Possible null reference here. There shouldn't be, should there? There, damn you. All right, let's run it. Let's pull open my Outlook and find an email address I can use. All right, so we are going to log out, register. Actually, gonna bring it over here. I shouldn't be sharing all my emails with you guys. And we'll register. Nope, don't add. Oh, an unhandled exception. Cannot insert explicit value for identity column. Oh, poop. Stop debugging. Run it again. Oh, we got a thing there. There we go. Try it again. Let's pull up. I don't know why I opened my email. I'm not sending the email. Idiot. Pull this over here real quick. All right, let's delete this one. Let's delete. Where ID is equal to this ridiculous squiggly thing. Alright, that one's deleted. Now we'll try it again. Okay, register. Actually, I don't no matter what email I put. One of these days I'm gonna use my brain. test1@test.com. Register. Not now. There it is. So now there's the link to register or to do its thing. Confirmation. There it is. I need to turn off that thing too. Okay, so that is register confirmation. We're gonna just take this and we'll just go bam. That didn't work. Actually, we'll just change it and say, come on. I'll say, thank you for registering. Display confirm account link. Oh, well, maybe I can just leave it here. Registration confirmation model. Excuse me. Display confirmation. Of course, the ASP.NET Core identity default UI infrastructure does not intend to be used for anything else. So how does it know? So, okay. I still have that page up. I do. Yeah, I wonder how it knows then that I shouldn't be doing that. I should be displaying that message. Scattered severe storms possible with my area in the next 24 hours. It's gonna be really hard for me to go camping and get set up if it's gonna be raining. So I gotta adjust the height of my receiver hitch on my truck. Okay. Alright, so what's this display? What the? Okay, I'm having a bit of a time because it's not on register. Register confirmation. It's display confirmation link. Oh, false. Okay, so now, okay, so I have registration set up. It works. Now let's look at how to make all the pages have to be authorized, which is really the part I care about, right? Oh, I still need to do that. Oh, I should do all of these things. We'll do the authentication stuff or authorization stuff first. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have to do it on every page. I think I can like set it up so it's like a top level thing. I think. I don't remember. What are we doing here? Oh, let's disable a page. I'll allow anonymous. Maybe that's not the way you do it anymore. I thought it used to be that you could do it and say, I can put it on this page, and then everything that's underneath it, like in a like a tree, it would allow it. But maybe that's not the case anymore. Yeah, because there's allow anonymous on the confirmation page. Okay, well, I know I need to register. We'll start with that. And registration confirmation's already got it. authorize. I think that's how that works. Actually, this one doesn't really need it anyway, but all right, we'll test out a couple of these. We'll say authorize. Actually, we're just gonna, whoa, well, I didn't want to do that. I think I can even say authorize and pass in the groups or the role once I have roles, which will be phase 2. Because some of these things only administrators can do, right? Okay, we'll do that. We'll say authorize are only on the automation actions. Automations, actions. Okay, I'm not logged in. Oh yeah, look at that, makes me have to log in. Okay, so I'll have to do that to all these pages. Parameters. Let's move my mic, I can't see anymore. I keep clicking the wrong damn file. Alright, so all of those have been modified. Let's close them. Close all of these. Now I have all of my code on the index page. That actually needs to change because I can't have it there. So I'm going to I wonder if I can just, can I duplicate, paste that song? Yeah. I'm gonna say, I'll call it automation index. Index model. And we'll change the name here to be automation index. Nope, automation indie. Okay, that all looks like it's fine. Okay, so now on the index page, we'll get rid of this stuff. And I'll get rid of this. Actually, I'll get rid of all this. And then the automation index, this one is authorized. Build. Okay. And now if I wanted to go to automation index. Actually, you know what? Why did I do that? No. Let's redo all this. I can do all this stuff. Get rid of all these extra files open. index still has all the code, right? Okay. I can create a view that's specific to if authorized. How do I do that? ASP.NET Razor page show section if authorized, if authenticated. Or if authorized, maybe I should say. Authorized. Oh, you can do it in code. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Razor page auth. Oh, I can do that. Yeah, because it's on the index. It's here. On the shared layout page. Login partial. If sign in met, yeah, here we go. This is exactly what I want right there. Now I gotta figure out how that works. These over. I need to bring all these over. No. Do this on layout. So it's these two here, so it'll be the exact same. I don't have anything here, so I need to bring these over. Alright, that's it. And then, yep, sign in manager, user signed in. Alright, run it. So now when I log in, those aren't there, as expected. So now I need to come here and I need to delete this code, yep. And then I gotta go to index, and I've got to protect this code too. Okay, on post automation. I had some code pulled up over here that checked that, right? Okay. That's the configure. I want to keep that one where it is. Oh, wait, it even tells me right here to turn off display account link. Log in, log out. The default web page project allows anonymous access to the homepage, test identity, and authorize to the homepage. mouse is out of control. Excuse me. So now what is the right way in a page to ensure that I have... Oh, I probably can do it here, right? Let's look at... personal data. There's probably a thing here that does it, right? No, that's not the right one, I don't think. Change password, delete personal data, download personal data. I think this is what I need to do. So I need to start off by saying... I still don't. I guess. I guess that's the way it's being done on all of them. Some of these just don't feel like they're quite what they should be. I think it's gotta be how to manage, right? Okay, yeah, we'll do it just like this, I guess. It doesn't feel like it's quite right, but it'll be fine for now. All right, start at the top and let's import what I need. So we'll start with private read only sign. I think I only need user manager. Identity. Come down here on this one, I want to say var user is equal to await user manager dot get user what's the problem here? What? That's gonna be a task of, oh, yeah, action result. I didn't do all this stuff, did I? No. Sign or user manager. There we go. Oh, I don't have a comma. I don't have a comma. Now it's just get user. Get user async. It is. And then I say if it's not null, if user is not null. There, did it. Boom. Bishish, boomish. Alright, let's make sure it still works. I think. Oops. Trying to click on things and log in. I can run my automation. It works, okay. Oh, I gotta do the message history too. But I have completed task done, is that what it is? Yeah, task done. 19. Okay, so let's do that. So I say message set, so I say publish message. And in my database, it's message history. So I'll actually manage that within this with the message processor. So message processor, that's somewhere. Where is it? It's called message processor. Oh, it's inside an interface, probably. Yeah, here we go, message processor. Okay, I want to when I pass this in, I need to pass in the application DB context. Application DB context. Context. I'm gonna say underscore context is equal to context. There we go. Now let's go to program and fix it here, which needs to come down actually here. And it's going to be this, and it's going to be x.getService application DB context. All right. Now in here, whenever I publish the message, let's see. Message history just has a time and the message. Okay. So I'm going to publish that message. I'm going to say, I have a class for this, right? Var history is equal to a new message. Message history. Event time is equal to now. Message is equal to message. And I'm going to say underscore context dot message history dot add context dot save changes. So now when I process through an event, I will see it in the logs, the message history logs. So I'm logged in, so I'll run it. There it goes. And I'll come here and I can run it, and there it is. Now I can already see that I want to make a change because the message history is going to have my username. I want to know who did it. So let's do that. Message history. Gonna have public string user. All right, that one's done. Come here. We'll say update message history. Update the database. Let's see. This is a library. I don't know if I have it. I don't. Okay, so we'll go update my message processor. Just gonna pass in string username. I'm gonna call it originator. And then we'll say user is equal to originator. Does it build? Oh yeah, and user. I gotta go say dot toString. That's not right either. What is it? It's gotta be user dot it's that identity dot name. We'll see. I'll just run it again and see what happens. Excuse me. Well, it went, so I'm guessing that it worked. Well, I'm gonna select star. There it is. Okay, so it's got my username. Perfect. All right, and now with that, I've got message history working. So we can say number 18 is done now. All right. Now, is there anything else I really need to do to kick this off? I don't think there is. Except that now, I think now I need to start working on configuring my web server, maybe? Let's see, what is it? I got an hour. I can start working on that. So let's commit all these code changes. be ignoring the bin folder, but it says it's there. Let's put it here. We'll say bin. Do. Alright, get add all. Nope. Finished authentication. Code and some message login. Alright, let's switch here and do something like I need to log on to my server. Trying to figure out how to remove to it. There we go. We'll go over this. We'll go here. We gotta hide it, so root. Okay, I have a bunch of updates that I need to apply. App update. Alright, some of those. I got pretty fast internet on my VPS, so it shouldn't take too long. Honestly, the part that's going to take the longest is probably to reboot it and get back into it. And then I realized I think I have MySQL installed on this machine. I think I will change it over and use SQL Server Management Studio, SQL Server. So I'll have to figure out how to install that on Linux. Okay, well, let's see. Alright, which services are going to be restarted? Oh, I have those services on there still. Yeah, okay, we'll just restart them all. Let's just go restart -r. Now? No. -t0. How do I? Oh. Shut down -r now. I know my things. Okay. While that's rebooting, so it's trying its best. We'll just patiently wait. Yeah, like I said, the longest part is going to be just getting it to reboot. The server's fast, but it doesn't boot fast. I think some of that's by design. Let's see. Ooh. There we go. It's booting. Now I'm seeing stuff scroll across the screen. All right, let's try to reconnect again. All right, there we go. Now we're here. All right, let's start by... Excuse me. Let's back up the databases, because I'm going to dump them, so it doesn't make a lot of difference. But somewhere. Production commands. Oh, LS production commands. I knew that. Okay, let's see. I've got all these. Used to run another web server. Oh shit. Cat start. Okay, so I have a service because I was running 2 services on here. Okay. Where did I put those? I didn't put them in opt. Let's see, where did I put these? I didn't really take good notes on this one, unfortunately. System D. No, it's not system D. Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for anymore. Or where to look, I guess. Not. I know what I'm looking for. I don't know where to look. Oh, I checked System D. That's where I was. I don't think it's System D stuff. No, I don't want to install it. I thought it might be there. I don't have a second drive. That's been. No. Service. Status. Locker manager. Just realized it's 8 o'clock and wife didn't come down here. I hope she's didn't sleep in. I'm gonna go check on that. Hopefully she's not late for work. I'll be right back. Alright, potential crisis averted. My wife actually goes into work late today. She was meeting her boss in town. Let's see, what was I doing? Service. Status all. Oh, they're actually not running. Nginx is running, because that's how I'm using to host it. Oh, well, I can just run the status. I have a status script. Oh, there it is. Haha. Okay, so let's go cd etc system d system. And what's it called? Locker manager. Okay. What just went off on my butt? My butt just went off. Oh, my buddies is streaming coffee and racing. Very nice. Okay, well, I don't have the new app published yet, so let's go. MySQL is still running, so let's stop it. System. I cheated on this one when I looked it up. So now it's stopped. And then here's the command to uninstall all of the things because I don't want it. Yep. And then let's delete those files. Then apt auto remove. Yep. Then clean the cache. Apt auto clean. Sweet. All right. Now let's look at installing SQL Server on Ubuntu. Yeah, I'm not using an unattended or offline install for this one. You can create your VM based on the following as your marketplace image. I can't do that. What version of Ubuntu am I running? That's LSB release, that's right. LSB underscore release 2204. Alright, so I need to download the public key without getting all the extra crap that goes with it. There, copy. Packages at Microsoft.com.keys sudo gpg more. There we go. Alright. So now we'll manually install the repository. SQL 2022. Okay, so now we'll have to update. Oh, so I screwed something up, didn't I? Because I hit enter again and I had some other crap in here, didn't it? Jammy. Copy. Okay, well, we'll just try it. Apt install dash oops. MSSQL server. Yeah, so it screwed something up. If you receive a warning about the public key not being available. Oh, okay. Not signed. Download the public key. Right, manually download and register. Well, these instructions are broken. It says I can't do it because it's not signed. Cannot be verified because the public key is not available. Oh, that's what this is. Maybe that didn't work. Yes. The following signatures cannot be verified. The public key is not available. No pub key. Damn you. Damn you, copy paste. Let's try that again. Copy paste. Update. There we go. They put a message above the command way up here. It says, hey, if you have a problem, do this. It's like, well, I didn't have a problem with the command before, but it's not related. Okay. All right. I have to install -y MS SQL server. There she goes. Awesome. Oh, I did install RabbitMQ also. Oh, I got a cramp. Or hamstring. It's hamstring and or cramp. It's right where my hand. Oh no, it's a cramp. It's a cramp. Ah, there we go. Yep, let's restart them all. So we're gonna say opt MSSQL bin MSSQL conf setup. All right, enter my edition. Express is probably all I want. I mean, I have a license I could probably find. I just don't need it. Do I accept these terms? Why, yes, of course I do. Enter the SQL Server administrator password. What should that be? Oh, hey, TBD Gamer. How are you doing, man? How was your stream this morning? Have KeyPass loaded? Oh, lame sauce. Talking aka.net. Ah. Nice. I have seen that thing, aka. I have not done any research on it. Let's pull it up. Because now I'm curious. Stop. Another great day of me not be able to type anything. Things are going pretty well. I managed to get all my authentication set up on my automation app, and now I'm working on getting it set up on my virtual private server so I can get it deployed. So I'm working through the configuring SQL Server and my messaging queue stuff on my remote server. So we've got a lot of blank pages. Let's see here. So yeah, so I've been, for those of you who are new, I'm working on building a somewhat of a simplified framework for developing my automations. and so I'm working on setting something up just from scratch. I looked at .NET Aspire. Again, that's a phrase that sounds familiar, but I don't know what it is. So I think the answer to that is no. Designed to improve the experience of building cloud-native applications. Ooh. Provides constant opinionated set of tools. Love it when they say they're opinionated. Patterns that help you do it. Orchestration. Running and connecting multi-project applications and dependency to local development environments. .NET Aspire components or NuGet packages. Cool. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. You don't have to write out all the configurations. App compositions. Service discovery. That's cool. Focus on enhancing the local development experience by simplifying the management of your cloud-native apps configuration, such as Kubernetes. Okay, that's kind of neat. I have not looked into that. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I like it. Concurrent and distributed applications. Okay. Oh man, F#, that's something I haven't seen in a long time. Oh, very cool. Very cool. I'll have to put it on my read lists, both of those, to look at Aspire and that. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I was trying to download KeePass so I can generate a password. Download. 2.57. Poor man's Erlang for Java. Nice. KeePass. Hey, thanks for the follow there. Whoa, blanks. Oh, I'm installing something. That's right. Ooh, thank you for the follow. So yeah, Deflux and Trap. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's fine. Yep, no desktop icons. So that was built for the phone company. Yeah, check for updates. Is that just so they can distribute things? Oh, you're talking about Erlang. No. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, two things. Yeah, Erlang was built by Ericsson. Yeah, for the distributed systems. We'll call this one a master password. Good enough. Passwords are... Oh, I haven't put it in twice. So you're right, they're not identical. Yeah, I know. Skip it. All right, generate a password. All right, we're gonna go over here and pick one. We'll pick one there. All right, SA password. Here we go. There. Confirm it. Woohoo! Now, hopefully I don't screw that up. All right, SQL Server starting up. Let's see. I need to go check out China firewall. Yeah, that's not what I want. So that's denying that. Let's see if I can just connect to it and see if it's there. Let's see. We'll move this over here. Server name. Connect. Okay, I think it's being blocked. I think my firewalls might actually be blocking it. What is the default MSSQL port? 1433. Yeah, I'm sure that's being blocked. UFW. I need to list. Yeah. List, is it rules? No, I don't know how to. I'm so not Linux friendly. According to Wikipedia, Akka was created by a guy who was working with Scala but didn't like the concurrency model of threading used and had been inspired by Erlang. Oh, cool. I see things like using Scala and some of these other languages, and it's just like some of those languages are just crazy. Oh, I lost my terminal window. UFW status. There it is. That's the rules. Okay, so I allow port 22, port 80, 443. And I have 3306 being denied. Well, those are all the... Oh, I got a lot of firewall rules. Okay. So I need UFW allow 4433. Now let's try to connect to it, see what connects. Hey, look at that. Alright, no databases there. Perfect. Now we'll say UFW. We'll close. Did I close it? No, need to close it. Deny. 1433. So let's go allow database connections, and let's change that port because we changed the database server. 1733. Nope. All right. So yeah, so I managed to get my authentication stuff configured using the ASP.NET default identity this morning, and that was pretty cool. I got bugs everywhere in my office. So that was my big win. It's still very rudimentary, but I have it configured so I can at least register, which is, you know, really what the goal was. Let's see. Management plugin Ubuntu. Let's get my RabbitMQ stuff set up. Talking about Erlang, using RabbitMQ on this project. Let's see. I don't think it's that complicated to install. I think it's literally just run it. There's a quick start script. Oh, this one's got some intensity to it. Okay. So those are all there. Get the key. Community Mirror, Cloudsmith, Erlang repository. Another mirror. Queue, then I update, then I install all the base stuff. And then I do it. Below a shell snippet that performs all the steps, assumes it Ubuntu 2020. Okay, this is what I need. Let's go like this. It looks reasonable. MQ. Quit. So that should be installing RabbitMQ. And then I need to wait for it to finish, I guess. Do that first. Oh, hey, look at that. My follower goal got met. I wasn't even paying attention. Sweet. Well, that's awesome. Now, I'm going to update that since I'm done waiting. Let's change that. Let's end that goal and start a new one. We'll just bump it up. We'll go for the big 5-0. There we go. Sweet. Okay, so now it's running and I need to plugins I want to enable just to ensure that it's working. Management. Okay, applying plugin configurations. All right, so the plugins have been started. Now I need to allow that port. Nope, not that one. That one. 15672. For the purpose of testing this out. Uh, 15672. Secure connection failed. Right, I don't have it secure. No. No, that's not what I want. I don't want it to go to secure because I don't have it enabled for this site. Let's see. SSL received a record that exceeded the maximum permission length. Okay. Poop. Oh, yeah. That's because I think. Yeah, no, never mind. We'll deny it. I probably can't. Probably won't be able to get to it this way because of the way I have my web server set up. It redirects all the traffic to anything that comes in on port 80. It redirects to 443 for HTTPS. So I'd have to configure that. No worries. I can go I can just look at the service statuses. Status. Service status. Can I just do that to get them all? Nope. Service status all. Okay, so the RabbitMQ server is working, and I already know MSSQL is working, so that's good. Let's see. I don't have .NET installed, which is fine because I don't need it installed. But I need to fix my app then, because my app needs to apply its own database migrations. I don't think I'm doing that, am I? DB context. Nope, I'm not. Actually, no, I need that open. Why did I close that? Dumb. Let's see. Closing up a bunch of windows on that side because my tabs, I can't see my icons anymore on my tabs. That means I've got too many open. Let's see. How does one GitHub? I think I've done this before. Let's open up my GitHub. Show more of my repositories, maybe. Man, I got too many things. Let's try going here. View, browse my repositories, maybe. Maybe it was in this one. Maybe here. No, not that one. Apply. Migration on startup. Migrate on startup. That's what I want. Is it possible to have my core website? Yep. Let's see. You can get your database up to date with the current model. You want to enable migrations. Well, that's an old one. It's all changed so much since then. I need to find a newer one. Even that one's like 4 years old. But I might still be able to do that where I get the service provider, get required service, and then do the migrate. Let's try it. Let's try it. Yes, it says get the service, which I already do like 6 times, it looks like. Dot get required. Nope, it's not services. Maybe it's app.get. I'm trying to get my app to auto migrate the database. And I know there's a way to do it, and it's really not complicated. New an extension in my Outbox stuff. Copy. Let's check it out. Let's see. Configure Outbox context. Use SQL Server. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there it is. So it's services, get required services. And then context update. Okay. All right, so let's see how this works. On the app host, yeah. Let's see, I can probably do it. I can just do it right here because it's already there, right? Services dot get required service application DB context. There we go. And now context dot database dot migrate. There we go. I knew it was simple. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's like I know I've done this at least 2 or 3 different times, but yeah, I don't know. My brain, man. So let's. Oh yeah, you're right. Right. Let's see. Who wants to dispose of the context? I just want to keep it open the whole time. That's not going to hurt anything, right? Just keep the connections open every time somebody starts the app. Create a new connection. See how fast I can run out of memory. I actually had that problem at work for a while and took an excruciatingly long time to find and fix. But that was using old classic ASP web pages where we had somebody that was how do we do it? They had like an include page where so you included all the database stuff, and the one he included also had the create connection. And then he would start doing stuff, and then he would create the connection, do the stuff, and close the connection. But he wouldn't close the original connection because it was named differently. And oh man, I mean, I want to say it was probably years before we figured it out. Yeah, right. And it was funny because the only reason we'd ever figure it out, so it was a web page. It actually, so it was a web page that was tracking the number of people that had gone into the RCA, our radiological controlled area in the plant. We to go in, you have to have a dosimeter and you have to check in and check out, right? So this app was just a graph. It just showed how many people were in and showed the current number and stuff. And you know, most of the time when we're online, 2 or 3 people a day pull that page up. 2 or 3 open connections that just kind of hang out there. and that's it. And the server reboots once a month for patches. Never noticed it was a problem. However, when we get into a refueling outage, when there's upwards of 500 people going into the RCA at any given time, there's a lot more people that are watching it. They're trying to trend to see, when we can like do work on like the access control PC. So we're watching that graph, and there'll be 10 or 12 more, or even more than that, people watching that web page. Yeah, and then that number of connections would go up, go up, go up, go up, go up, go up. And then one time, our database server, which was Oracle, just fell on its face, ran out of memory. And this was before servers were 64-bit. So it was a 32-bit server, so 4 gigs of RAM, right? And ran out of memory. So, big deal. We're like, what's going on? And someone's like, oh, well, someone's using this account that doesn't have any connection limitations. And so we're like, oh, well, let's put connection limitations in it. And that's when we started seeing, like, what is happening? Like, this thing is run out of connections, like, on a Saturday night when there's nobody around. And then we start really digging into it. And even then, I want to say it was several days of, like, tracing through it, and I'm like, there's got to be something here. There's connections that are just being abandoned out there. And then finally we find this include file that was just buried somewhere really deep in the web server that this guy had written one time, and he was referencing it all over the place. And all he was doing was just, I don't know how it all didn't cause everything to puke, but man, it was painful. And of course, during a refueling outage, everything is very high intensity. Lots of people. The database server is being used for all kinds of things that are like business important. So it's like as soon as that thing stops working, it's like phone calls every 2 minutes. Like, hey, this isn't working. Get this thing working. Why isn't it fixed yet? Be like, I'm answering calls every 30 seconds. Leave me alone, Yeah, working in a power plant's pretty fun sometimes. All right. Oh, I got an error. Cannot resolve scope service from root provider. Cannot personal automations from root provider. Yeah, it's a good question. How did I add my context? I don't know. It was already there. Oh, here we go. Nope, that's account information. It's just services.add db context. Yeah, because I think that just came default. I didn't even do anything with that. So, oh, it's still running. I was like, why is there an X still there? That's why. Like, things in the way. There we go. Data protection. So get service. Maybe it's because it's not a required service. I change it to that. That probably won't make any difference, will it? No, does not. Cannot resolve scope service personal automation. Yeah. We're just gonna resolve to the good old Google it. To the Googs. Yep, add DB context. That looks like you need to create a scope to resolve the scope service. So services create scope. Oh, huh. And then I can use the scope to get it. So do I need to do that? Using scope. So let's try that. So it's like using, can't type. What is it? App.services create scope. Oh, using var. Probably not if I did that. Create soap. Create soap. And then I say scope.service provider. Actually, I can just do all of this. Is it smart enough now? .NET is getting to be pretty crazy. Crap. And do that. Scope.service provider dot get required service. What's the way? The regular way. There it goes. Now it loads. Whatever. I think I need to change it so that change my layout so it hamburgers out that menu or something, because that looks ugly when it's like that. I want it to be nice. Everything else adjusts accordingly. Yeah, that all works when I go this way. Oh, it does it there. Weird. Maybe I was not... Oh, I just wasn't going small enough. Oh. Alright, well that should be easy enough to fix. Okay. Just more things to mess with now, right? Navbar. Flex grow. Well, it looks like it's right. Why isn't it? Oh, maybe because it'll wrap the text. And then once it's too, it can't wrap anymore. Then it, no. Then it mushes it. No, that's not the case either. It's just a minimum size. Yeah, I think I need to change that. Wonder if that's in a style sheet that's custom to the app. In min width. No. Definitely not there. Yeah. Anyway, don't know why I'm screwing with this right now. That's really not important. I mean, I'd like to figure it out, but we'll figure it out at some other point. Yeah, nice. Let's change the names up a little bit. Index, homepage. Nope, that's not it. Come on, brain. There it is. It's like, I know there's a title here somewhere. Excuse me. All right, so I think I'm ready to publish this. At least for round 1. I mean, there'll obviously be more changes, but right now, I think we're ready to give it a go. All right, let's set some options and let's try it. We're gonna publish it all manually. Oh, that's right, because I set it up so I could publish the GitHub pages that don't work because I'm terrible at it. I did, yes. I had to create scope before I could do the migration. So I had to say app services create scope, and then I could access it because it's got scope. It's not, what's the phrase? Yeah, it's not static's not the right word, but yeah, it's a scoped service, so I had to create scope before I could use it. Yeah. I've encountered that before on other things in older code, I guess, where you have to have something that's within scope, like in .NET 4 or 7 when I was building the web service framework, WCF, Windows Communications Foundation. I had, yeah, WCF. I used to write a lot of WCF services, and I had encountered that before on some of them. Yeah, it probably does, because once it's inside of some other method, it does get scoped, I think, when you create it. It's some of that magic that .NET framework does. The PFM, pure freaking magic. Oh, my vacuum's stuck again. Bugger. So yeah. Once I read that, I was like, oh yeah, create scope. Create the scope. Then I can do from the scope, do the create the DB context, and then do the migration. So, yep. Okay. Okay, well, this is cool. I have never messed with publishing an app that's connected to GitHub Actions before, so this is all kind of new. More actions. So this is actually what's like shows the service dependencies. This is actually really cool. Yeah, huh. Well, it has SQLite. I don't know where that. No, not connected. I got you. SQL Server Express, secrets.json. 628. Yeah, it shows my latest update. That's cool. I think I just create a new profile. Yeah, and then I can just do a traditional publish, which is what I want for now. Make it a folder. Bin release 8 publish. That looks good. Close. We'll switch to that profile. We'll configure it for release. .NET 8. We like to make it self-contained. We want to target Linux 64-bit. Delete all existing files prior to publish. Trim unused code. Do I make it a single file? I think I do. Let's see. The connection string. Use this connection string. I don't want to do that. And I don't want to apply that either. So we'll close those. I don't need that. And save. Ready to publish. Here we go. It's gonna work. Let's open up a new window here. Source app. Tis going. Oh, it's done. Cool. Release. .NET 8. Oh man, look at all the language support. Cool. Do I need to go into a specific? What's in each one of these? That's just specific. Yep, there's app settings. This should be the, is this the default one? Might not be. No, it's not. Oh, I'm gonna have to configure my RabbitMQ server. I've installed it, but I didn't configure it. Okay, yeah, we'll do that too. All right, so I think this is all I need. Ooh, it's self-contained my butt. There's a lot of files there still. Unless there's a publish. There is a publish. There it is. All right, so this is the one that I want to actually take. Something's got an SQLite reference. I'm gonna have to fix that, but not gonna worry about it now. All right, so we'll take publish. Actually, you know what? It's not that much. Is it? How big is this? It's probably not very big. I won't compress it. Yeah, it's 15 meg. Ooh, thanks for the follow, developer key. Appreciate that. Let's see. Let's admin bin release. .NET 8 publish. Let's see. I need to SFTP. I don't have an FTP user. All right, let's do this. I need like a privacy screen. That's what I need to add to my Stream Deck, so I can have a privacy window. I have to like move stuff around every time I need to do something that's somewhat. What is my password? There we go. Now I'm connected. Let's see. Let's go KDIR. Automation web app. Let's see. Can I? Is it? My FTP commands are a little rusty. It's not puts. Okay, I was thinking it was puts, but no, it's put-r. There it goes. Don't do this kind of stuff that often anymore. Most of it's all automated when I do stuff, but I haven't automated this one yet, obviously. All right. Okay, so I have an automation web app that's got all of my files. Not all of my files. What? Something's messed up here. Yeah, no, that screwed up something. Let's see. Okay. I've got FileZilla. Let's just use that. Try to do it all via command line, and that's just not working for me today. Oh, look, a new version of FileZilla is available. Just like every other time I try to use it. Alright, let's go here to this. Let's just delete all that stuff. And let's delete that one. Let's see, I got way too many things on my PC. I need to clean my PC up. Projects. Yeah, here we go. Alright, I want to go here. Delete all those. Yep. Drag all those over. Go! Yeah! All files are transferred. Alright, now let's update. Beep. Alright, so I want to open back up though. Yep. Okay, let's see. Oh, dot service. Okay, where are these apps at? So I have Minvar www apps. No, because I can't type, that's all. Okay, so let's go mkdir var www app apps personal automation. And then I want to cp automation web app www to var www personal apps type. And then we'll say star dot star apps automation. That's because I need to do just star. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, no. All the files are there. All right, so I got those things. So the files are in the right spot. Now let's copy lockermanager.service, and we'll call it personal automation. Oh, well, I don't know why I'm in insert mode. Okay. Personal automation web application. Personal automation. So that creates the stuff to create my service. Let's go. I want to turn off those other apps too. So let's go locker manager.service. Restart is going to be never, I believe. Never. Oh, no. I put the tilde there, so I don't need to put root. Production commands. Stop. Oh, I changed it, so I need to run system ctl daemon reload. Sadbox commands. Stop. What do I call it? Personal automation status. Let's see if it didn't. Okay, it already knows that it's there. So it is inactive because I reloaded it, so it should be there. Alright, so I just say service personal automation start. So it's activating. Ooh, it may have failed. Oh yeah, no, it absolutely is going to fail. Because I don't have my database stuff configured yet. Apps personal automation failed at step spawning because it is a directory. Yep, you're right. That's right. System. Root apps locker manager. No. Locker manager. It must be the. It's the executable. Got it. Exec start. Okay, so I personal automation. All right, so var. Oops. Cat var. Www apps. Not cat ls. Oh, this is different anyway, because it's a different kind of app. Oh no, it's, there it is. I need to, because that's the application. Now I can go like this and it runs. Well, it fails because no, actually that's not the error I expected. Unhandled exception, type load could not load Microsoft ASP.core, MVC application parts, null application part factory from assembly. Maybe that's not what I needed it to be. Let's remove the executable. Well, no, I think that's right. I think that making that, oops, the executable was the right thing. Yeah, because it's not executable now. Let me look at the files. Yeah, it's a .web file. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that looks right. Learn about deployment models. Framework dependent. So it's deployment mode is self-contained, executable. So, okay, publish self-contained, advantages, control the .NET version, larger deployments, don't really care about that. Okay, so I publish it, there it is. And ready to run. What's ready to run? Publishing with ready-to-run images provides the startup time of your application, improves the time, increasing the size of your application. For more information, say ready to run. I don't know. I'm not really. It's not. This is not like a high intensity. Application. It's not like big time production, right? So. Publishing self-contained images, runtime roll forward, single file deployment executable, ready to run. Famous last words. Yeah, it's not important. We don't need to worry about backups. They're overrated. Yeah, it's not like it's production. Yeah. I have made that mistake before. I'm like, I'm just testing, and I clicked the button only to realize that the system was using the test environment for production. Open the project, click X and click Y, type Z. Yeah, I know. I should automate it. And I will. I absolutely will, but I've got to get it right the first time. Yeah, simple 22-step guide. It's less than 100, right? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Deploying .NET apps. All right, let's do this. The irony, manually deploying a tool for automation. Yeah. That's the wrong one. Let's get this one. Oh, still one off. So let's try this. Let's just try .NET publish C release Linux x64 self-contained. Publish ready to run equals true. Gotta use MCA. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I should absolutely. But oh, cannot execute because the specified command was not on. Because publish isn't a command. Oh my god, I can't type to save my life. Oh, I was just going there. I was like to say, my kids aren't awake yet. That's unusual. Yeah, I know. I actually use them. Well, not as often as I should at work. I just don't have anything set up yet for this particular project. I will eventually use probably the GitHub. What's the phrase? I just looked at actions, GitHub Actions to do it. But I've got to be able to understand it without automation first. That's just the way my brain has to operate. If I have to get it in my head, and then I can automate it. And since this is the first time it's been published, it's all being done manually right now. Because I already had, like, I used to have another app running on this server, and you know, I've still got all the artifacts from when I was, you know, running it in my commands for production, right? So like promoting the test, starting, stopping, you know, getting the logs and that kind of stuff while we were developing it. So, and all of that was automated, but that was what was that app? What was the new thing that was touted around a lot? .NET interface types. Maui, .NET Maui. It was a .NET Maui app in dev. Yeah. Not really on-prem. My virtual server is hosted, so it is publicly accessible. Yeah. .NET Maui it's kind of neat. I played with it when it was still what's the, you know, release candidate, and so it had a lot of weird things that it was just like hokey things that didn't quite work as you expected it. Oh, I can't stand Blazor. that's a what is it? An unpopular opinion. I like the theory, but I have never written anything that uses Blazor where Blazor has been the right tool to fit the job, right? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. There's that part of me in my brain. It's like, I want Blazor to be awesome and I want to use it, but every time I've tried to use it, I've spent more time getting it. Yeah, didn't know I had that opinion. Yeah, because every time I try to use it, it always seems like I spend more time trying to figure out how to get it to work the right way, the way they want you to, versus how I'm like, I just want a button to do this. Like, it's not complex, and some of it's probably just I don't use it. Yeah, it is easier than, like, I've done some React stuff, and it was kind of in the same boat. I'm like, I really want this to work, but I can't drop. I wanted to use it at work because I can't drop React into my development environment at work and make it work. Every time I try to do it, it's like, oh, I need some kind of specialize like REST APIs to get some of this data, and I'm like, I don't have that. I don't want to spend the time to build that. I mean, I'm already, 300% at capacity at work. I don't need to add more development time and stuff like that. Yeah, and like I said, I'm sure it's a learning curve thing. But I keep trying it. I do on the side. I will try a couple apps and I try to make it work. And that other app I built that was all Maui, very Blazor-esque, and it worked pretty well, but it took a long time for me to get there. Well, I might. Actually, this project started off as a Blazor app, and then after I worked on it a couple days, I'm like, I just want to get work done. I don't want to fight with it, so I converted it. But I appreciate the offer. Maybe I'll try again sometime. Let's see, what was I doing? Oh, that's right, I published it manually. And this time I did with that, what was that command? The ready to run. Oh, you just got a new job? What do you do? If you don't mind telling me. Release. Oh, it'll be a Blazor job. Oh, yeah. So you have to like it. You don't have a choice anymore. Current one is Angular and Blazor. Yeah, man. Yeah, someone has to. Someone has to like it. There's a lot of people that like it. I struggle with it, but I come from the old school .NET days, and it's like that's where my brain goes and how to do old school web development. So it's hard for my brain to kind of get switched over. It's the old person mentality, right? I am yeah, I'm not accepting of change. There we go. Ah. One line is really good. Okay. Yeah, I probably should just watch. I'm sure it's one of those things that if I got it straight in my head how it's supposed to work, did a couple of projects that worked well, I probably wouldn't have any issues. I mean, I actually wrote a Blazor app at work that was super smooth. It worked well. It was awesome when I needed to make like little tweaks to the UI. It was following the patterns, all the responsibilities with the components, and it worked well. Now, it was a simple app. It was an app with 2 buttons, and those 2 buttons each one saved 1 record to the database, and that was it. It was like what was it? Almost like a survey. Some safety survey thing I did for work at our last refueling outage, and it's one of those projects that I did it. I did it as Blazor because I wanted to try it, and now that the outage is over with, and I hope they don't try to bring it back for this outage because I did not want to screw with it because I had to set up like PCs with touch screens, and I was like, I don't want to do any of this crap. So yeah, I've started to become the kiosk guy at work, and I don't want to do that. I want to get away from that being my job. Why did it not publish it? You should do it. Do it. Stream it. Let's just try to do this again. All right, release Linux self-contained. You want to do a .NET stream, .NET Aspire app with a database and Kafka. create videos on how things work. You know, I was asked to do that, and I never did. Yeah, at your job, you're well. Yeah, that sucks. I guess if that's what it takes to get out, and oh my god, yes, Comic Sans. Yeah, I think yeah, just make it all Comic Sans and make it a video of just your written instructions on how it all works. That'd be funny. That would be hilarious. That's the kind of thing that I would do if I were leaving my job. Yeah. Yes, just like background noises, like transitions. Yeah, I guess just like every time it transitions the sound, it's like the little clown horn, just the little squeak. That would be awesome. Sounds like a lot of extra work for essentially just documenting your job, right? Just type it out. I'm actually going through a very similar process at my job. So nice. Had one project to hand over. Oh, I'm kind of envious of that. I really am. I've got, oh, how many projects do I have that I support? I mean, they're not some things that are all active, but I started going through because we're kind of going through this transition thing. All projects team should understand everything. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the effective team lead. Yeah, sounds like I'm in the same boat as you are. I'm in our department. There were only 2 developers in the group. That's me and one other one, which is essentially just like the intern. He doesn't do much. And I've got all these things under my purview. So it's all these apps. And what is it? It's probably 200 code repositories, in addition to database administration, server administration on some of those things, third-party apps that I have to support. And then my boss comes over last week and he's like, rewrite them to Blazor. Well, the thing is about, that's not quite half of them. I probably have 30 of them that I need to mess with later this year to get them off of our Oracle server, because our Oracle environments are going away because our Oracle admin is going to retire. And we decided we're just not going to have Oracle anymore. So there is going to have to be some rewriting. Maybe they will be Blazor. I mean, some of them are just straight old ASP like reports against databases for other apps. So they might be a thing. Migrate to Azure SQL. I'd love to. But yeah, that's not going to happen. My company would not allow that. I shouldn't say that. They are open to the Azure stuff. It really comes down to price. Doing it live would be sweet. But I still haven't gotten that permission set up yet. I'm still trying to get to where I can do some work like that live. But you know, I work for a nuclear power plant. We're pretty conservative on everything. I mean, we were still talking about the cloud and what we can do in the cloud, like as a new thing, like a year and a half ago. Just not power usage. Yeah, right. Just not power usage. Yeah, I don't know. It's just such a weird environment. I mean, up until, like I said, up until like 2 years ago, our company didn't have anything that was, well, that's not true. We had a few things that were cloud based, but most of our like infrastructure was all internal. And then we moved our SAP ERP environment, and we moved that to the cloud. And that was like, oh my God, what's happening? What's happening with the world? We can't do this. And now they're like, oh, hey, it's in the cloud now. Be like, okay, cool. But yeah, then we looked at like moving to Azure SQL for one of our production environments. And the cost was, it was like $100,000 a year or something like that. Like, it was insane. Manage it from, yeah, that's cool. So how does it come? So you manage it. So you have a server in-house running Arc. Azure Arc. What is that? I'm sure our security department would have a cow. We don't allow much coming back in. Azure Arc, hybrid multi-cloud management. To bridge on-prem. That's what it looks like. Oh yeah, and MPPD just adopted a Kubernetes cluster for the first time, like less than a year ago, and we don't have anybody that really understands it. I mean, I guess I do, but I haven't volunteered to take over that system because I'm just like, nah, it's not gonna happen. Thanks though. Yeah, $100 a month. That's not bad. I know ours was, well, and we have quite a bit of data, and ours is, it is just the volume, the amount of data we store, and so one of our database team, make spells in YAML and magic happens. K Ace Wizard. Yeah, and so we've talked about moving some of our production databases to Azure and limit it to the ones that aren't like just super massive, because we've got, I support probably 3 or 4 databases. Well, no, it's 6 databases. One of them is 3 databases that are pretty significant in size, like how much is one? One of them's at least hundreds of gigs. I don't know how much it is. It's our scheduling database, so as we approach outage, it grows exponentially. So because they have this idea that they like to make copies of the copies and copies and copies of the data, and so I'm guessing right now our Primavera P6 environment, it's probably 250 gig, like. And now they do delete it eventually, but as we're ramping up to like the start of our refueling outage, it'll be 350 gigabytes. Like, it's huge, and it's probably got 9 million rows in it or something like that of data, and it's just the nature of the beast. Now, once we hit outage and it's over with and we purge all those backups and stuff, it gets down to a much more reasonable level, like 30-40 gig, but it's still a lot. It's a lot. And it's mostly big because of all the interactions with it. It's an Oracle tool now, and so when you make a change, it doesn't necessarily edit a record. Sometimes it writes a new record, and then it puts the old record into a history buffer that it clears out eventually. And we have jobs that move work orders back and forth, and so we can move, 1,000, 2,000 records every couple of hours, and so that's lots of growth to have it sit there for a period and then delete it again. It's a mess. Like, it's just one of those apps that I'm just like, I'm glad it works somewhat, because if it didn't work, I don't know how the developers at Oracle could ever figure it out if it didn't work, or if something dies. But it's been around forever, and you can tell like the database hasn't changed much in probably 20 years. When did Primavera start? Because it got bought. So Primavera P6. It used to be called P3. I want the history. What's the history of Primavera? List of Primavera and its versions. Let's see. Primavera P6 is one of the leading enterprise project management portals. Yep, energy. In 1999, the company got acquired by Primavera Systems. Oh, Eagle Ray Software Systems. That's EPPM. Okay, right. So in 1999, it became Primavera P6. At that time, several variations of the product were also introduced to market. Primavera P3E, yeah, we had that. An exclusive for IT, which was not exclusive for the industries. Oh, I got a wake up, kid. Yeah. So in 2008, it got bought by Oracle. Man, they've had it for a long time. 2005. So that's just the P6 releases. Yeah, it's an intense piece of software. I used to go to a conference of P6 people where one of the original Primavera or maybe even Eagle Ray developers that helped build it goes, and he's like head of development for Oracle now for this product, and it was always interesting. Good old P6. I hate this program. Actually, that's not true. I don't hate the program. I hate the way we use it because we don't use it right. It's just, it's one of those things that the people who've been using it have been working there for 30 years and they've been using it the entire time. And so they've gotten their head, oops, I didn't want to do that, how that should be run. And it's not right. Like, everyone has to be super admin. Like, I don't think that's a true statement. All right, so why? Yeah, I'll rewrite that one from Brilliant. You know, no, not a chance. I can't even talk in the right terms to do scheduling. Now, having said that, that app probably would have some very unique benefits from having some kind of web interface that's like Blazor with the reusable components. And oh, manufacturing scheduling, cool. And I think that doing the web interface like that probably would make sense, but it's Oracle, so they would never ever do that. They don't change, right? Oracle doesn't change until there's somebody that kind of competes with them. And even if they can compete, they just try to buy them out, right? Financial services. Ooh. Fun times. Fun regulated times. So all of these are here. I think this doesn't seem right. But I think it is, because there's, yeah, publish. Yeah, that'll be an interesting transition, I think. Because that, yeah, you'll have to deal with all kinds of like regulation crap now, and you may have to do that now in your manufacturing. But I know it's a different mindset once you get into having to deal with regulation and rules and that kind of stuff. Haven't been in here. Way too much stress for my liking. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I think so. I work in a heavily regulated industry also, and the advantage of being in some of these is they tend to be a more mature environment. So like, you know, the way you do things and how things are supposed to work, like it's not just like, oh, somebody said I can do it this way. It's like, no, this is the way it has to be in the end. And I'm somebody who likes structure, so I kind of like that at times. Now there's times when I absolutely hate it, when I'm like, oh my god, I have to fill out paperwork to click a button, like this is stupid, you know, but sometimes it's kind of nice. Yeah, looking for a man in finance came out. Well, you know, that seems like the right move, right? What am I looking for? Publish. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, I'm in the publish folder. All right. Man, that's a lot of files. And there's WW root VI humanization. Yeah, I kind of like being in some place that's somewhat regulated, because right now, so at the power plant where I work, we have rules and regulations that we followed for 20 plus years. Well, actually more than that, we're like 40 years of different things on how things should be done, and hard, fast rules. And our whole organization is like on board with how it works, right? You know, it's like, there's no squabbling about somebody who's like, I just want to do it, why are you stopping me? It's like that doesn't happen. And now is there an associations like ASTM? Yes, I don't know what ASTM is for reference. Let's look it up. ASTM, standards worldwide, international. So yes, we follow a bunch of them. All of our stuff boils down to some form of law, right? A 10 CFR, like 10 CFR 26, fitness for duty. But we follow there's a couple of organizations that are part of like a self-governing thing. One of them is NEI, which is the Nuclear Energy Institute, which is kind of like they're kind of like NIST, but for nuclear, for in general. So there's things that we follow. So like NEI 0305 is a nuclear power plant access authorization program, and that document. Howdy, what's up? Yeah. So yeah, we have this, and so we have a bunch of. They generate a bunch of guidelines and policies and things that we can follow. We don't have to follow any of them. But what ends up happening is every nuclear facility has a license. Trying to see, and our license is what we are. Yeah, right. We do. Right. We follow. Most of the time, we take an NEI document, we modify it so it's specific for us. We submit it to be our guidance, and then our license becomes what we're audited and managed to. Um, and the NRC, the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, is the ones that do the auditing. Or I say auditing, it's enforcement. The NRC is an enforcement body, because if we're outside of compliance, we can be fined, and they can revoke our license to generate to operate the power plant. So, I mean, there's a lot, and it's been around since 3 Mile Island, right? Essentially, that's when all this really took off. So when they had the incident at 3 Mile Island, that's the NRC. The NRC didn't form till later, but it was the Atomic Energy something, and so anyway, so we have all these policies and procedures that we write. I mean, 200 procedures. It's been a massive, like, 90 businesses that is regulated. Oh yeah, right. With these, yeah, business isn't regulated by government, but by association. Yeah, but either rubber stamp or agree to the association. Yeah, and so we have like, I want to say we have like 300 procedures that pretty much govern everything day to day, and that's just our facility. And now the rest of our organization, the rest of the district, is trying to get to a lot of that kind of rigor. And so I've been in these meetings, and it'll be like IT specific stuff, and be like, hey, the data governance people will be like, well, how do we know where we have PII data? Like, how do we track that, and how do we know that it's being used, and how do we keep track of it? And they'll be like, let's talk about social security numbers, because we use that in a lot of different apps. Like, how do we know where it's at and what databases are there? And I'll sit there and I'll be like, I know exactly where they are. She's like, well, how do you know? And I'm like, well, we have a procedure that says controlled use of social security numbers, and I have to go through that procedure every year, and I list all of the applications that use social security numbers, the databases associated with them, all the people who have access, all the accounts that have access, and groups and individuals. And I submit that. It's a piece of paper every year, and it's like, I know exactly where that is. And every time I have to add somebody to that database, I have to go update that form. And it's funny because, like, at corporate they don't have any of that. I'm like, well, how do you get people to do it? And I'm like, procedure adherence is a requirement of my job. Like, grounds for termination if I do not follow a procedure. Like, one strike and I'm out. Like, this isn't a complicated thing. But they're like, oh, we can't do that. Like, yeah, you can. We've been doing it for 50 years. You can do it. So, yeah, it's good times. I like working with the structure just because I feel that it makes the rest of the organization, we're very effective when it comes to working together, because we all can talk the same language and we all understand the rules. And so when we have those discussions, they seem to be productive. I don't know. There are times when I'm like, I don't want to do any of this paperwork crap. Let's get rid of it. But I also like that the structure that it gives me when somebody comes up and they want to like fly off the rails, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Have you pulled our software quality assurance procedures and looked to see how this is going to work? Like, oh, you haven't? You should probably go read those. There's 3 of them. Go read. It's a good slowing down people that tend to want to fly off the rails. All right, so I have a new version of this to publish, and I don't have FileZilla open. I think I'm going to copy these files, and I think I'm going to have to wrap it up. Both kids are awake and hungry, and I've got to pack to go camping. So we'll go out. I'm just going to publish it right to the var dub root. Nope. Here we go. Take all of these and delete them. Source. Oh, so many clicks. Oh, so many clicks. All right. So let's see. I'll copy this. I'll try to run it. And then, yeah, I think it'll be time to wrap up for the day. And then I will not be back tomorrow because I will be out camping. Hey, how's it going? How are you today? Lil Nat, yeah. Yep, it's no problem. It's been a pretty good run. I've got quite a bit done. I'm almost to the finish line for version 1. I'm hoping that, you know, maybe, let's see, I'm camping tonight and tomorrow. I'll be back on Sunday, so I won't stream Sunday morning. I might stream in the afternoon, but then all next week I plan on streaming in the morning, probably 5:30ish, 5:30ish a.m. because I work 10-hour days, and on holiday weeks I only have to work 8 hours, so it feels like mini vacations every day. So I'm not going to start my workday until later. And then I'm taking Wednesday and Friday off for the holiday, so I will definitely do some streaming those days. So my hope is by next week I can at least have this version up on the web and it works. So then I can start using it, you know, even in its simplistic form, and maybe work on that automation side, like getting it so I can write some code, click a button, and it just flies away and goes into production. That would be stupendous. But I got to figure out how to get it to work properly. That might be my next stream, is working on my server. And maybe what I should do is I should pull it down to a local machine where I don't have to worry quite so much about the security. Just open the thing wide up and just let it run. Because I do have, you know, I have legitimate security concerns running it, you know, just testing it in production, right? Let's do that. I think that's all I need to do to make it run, and it should puke because my database isn't configured properly. But I expect the error to be that I can't do the migrations, and if I can do that, then I know I know what to do. We'll see. And in the meantime, let's go see if there's anybody else out streaming that we can go and raid. Coding 3D on a Commodore 64? What? This might be the thing. Commodore 64. Proton Fig? Yeah, I think we're going to have to go do that. I think we're going to go raid Proton Fig. And yeah, that's going to be awesome. Oh, hey, cool, it failed. All right, there we go. That's exactly the error I expected. Couldn't make the SQL connection. That's it. Awesome. All right, that's where I'm going to leave it there. I'll take some notes to remember myself, and I think we're going to go raid up Proton Fig, coding on the Commodore 64. Let's get that fired up and get it going. Yeah, awesome. Yep, it's going to be a blast. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for the raid again, TBD Gamer. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, I will be back later this weekend. Like I said, it'll probably be Sunday sometime. And yeah, and then we'll have another whole week of streaming and hopefully get this thing wrapped up, and I can figure out what my next project's going to be. All right, let's head over there. Thanks everybody for coming by.